despite being the esteemed son-in-law chosen by Lord Ning Guohou. Yet you don't even have the privilege to hop on the fiancé bandwagon. Early in the morning, the senior apprentice brother was already leading people waiting outside the mansion. The junior disciples behind him were chattering away, lambasting Su-han, adding fuel to the fire with their exaggerated comments, stirring a belly full of anger in their senior brother. The desire to kill Su-han filled every inch of his skin. And at that moment, Lord Ho stepped out with his 2 attendants, braving the cold. Seeing this, his fellow apprentice immediately greeted him with a smile. Hong Jian. Brother Su, we're ready to set off. Upon hearing this, he felt a chill, and politely nodded his head. He immediately bowed with his fists clasped and bid farewell to the Marquis. But just as he was about to get on the carriage. However, senior brother Hong suddenly reached out to stop Su-han, saying, "This carriage is specifically prepared for Hong Jian and the junior sister. With me leading the way, I'll be responsible for driving the carriage alone." The carriage that took Su-han straight to the wetlands. Despite the grandiose pretense of the excuse, which seemed offensive, Su-han didn't engage in much argument over it. Turning around, he headed towards the carriage behind him. Subsequently, the group finally set foot on the path to the exquisite Linglong pavilion. At this moment, Su-han, drenched in sweat in the carriage, started to speak in a sarcastic tone again. He boasted that along with his fellow disciple Ba, they had reached the 3rd realm, and within no more than a year, they could become personal disciples. At that moment, with a shiver from the cold, the man across from him lit up with recognition in his eyes. "Brother Su, with the Marquis holding you in such high regard, I wonder to what level your cultivation has reached now." Su-han, without a hint of haste, slowly began to speak. "I've been struck by calamity, with the meridians within my body thrown into disarray. Now, I don't possess even the slightest bit of internal energy. As for the other 2, greetings." Both junior disciples were momentarily stunned, their faces a mix of greeting and searching for the right words, before continuing to tease with a hint of sarcasm. "No wonder you've sought refuge with Lord Ho. But as for marrying your junior apprentice sister Hong Jian, that is somewhat." At this moment, Su and Han conspired together, united as one. The man was so intimidated by a threatening presence that he kept backing down in defeat. But this feeling was fleeting. Upon looking up, all I saw was Su-han, with a grim face, sighing. "So, the knives are drawn again. Could it be that Brother Su blames me for speaking out of turn?" Then, Su-han also got all sarcastic. "Indeed, I'm not worthy of Hong Jian, but this matter has been decreed by the Marquis himself. If you're dissatisfied, you're welcome to take it up with the Marquis directly." With that remark, the man was left utterly speechless. And an energized Su-han continued to confront with sharp words. "Brother Meng and I have never met before, so why do you speak to me with such hostility? Do you truly perceive me, Su-han, as weak and easy to bully?" The provoked Meng Xiong was ready to draw his sword and start a fight. Fortunately, the nightingale beside him intervened in time. This sentence seems to be from a Chinese novel or a text with cultural and contextual elements, which can be challenging to translate directly into American English while maintaining the original nuance. However, I'll give it a try. "But for Su-han, it's like a machine gun being loaded. Brother Meng, the green wood and red tips, I can understand. It's just that the Linglong Pavilion is, after all, a reputable and upright establishment." Please note that this translation attempts to convey the meaning while preserving the metaphorical and cultural references, but some of the nuances may be lost or interpreted differently in English. The names have been transliterated, and the terms greenwood and red tips are translated literally, which may refer to specific types of weapons or martial arts techniques that are familiar to the original audience, but may not have direct equivalents in English. Instead of being so sarcastic with me, I might as well ask Hong Jian directly. If he is honorable, I will facilitate a good deed and break off the engagement with Lord Ho. A flawless execution that left the 2 of them unable to defend. Immediately, Su-han spoke in a cold voice. "Stop the car." With a single stride, I made my way directly to the carriage behind. "I have urgent matters to discuss with you." Upon hearing this, Brother Meng, who had just left Beijing, exclaimed, "What a betrayal!" The red-crowned crane let out a call and immediately poked its head out. "You got anything to eat?" "I'm starving." All 3 of them suddenly had an intense, fierce look on their faces. And when Meng realized he'd been played, he wished he could swallow Su-han whole in one bite. At night, the group stopped to rest and replenish their energy right where they were. Suddenly, a fellow apprentice stepped forward, calling out to Su-hai, indicating that the younger apprentice sister with the esteemed status of red gold must be protected from potential thieves attacking at night, and arrangements were made for someone to stand guard. Foodie Su-han with a serious face. "What Brother Tong said makes sense. I will definitely cooperate to the fullest. But as senior brothers, we all bear the important duty of protecting our junior sister. So, this responsibility of keeping watch at night will have to fall on Brother Su." It was only then that Su-han realized he had been set up. When the colleague casually brought up the sensitive topic, he couldn't help but furrow his brow and said, "What's the matter? Does Brother Su have any reservations?" At this moment, Su-han's heart was a stampede of 10,000 grass mud horses, a Chinese internet euphemism for a curse word, completely relying on Brother Tong to take the lead. "True to your title, my lord, the chosen son-in-law, you truly take responsibility." Rui, having settled in, soon fell into a deep, pig-like slumber. Yet Su-han was staring blankly at the jade pendant in his hand. Can't help but start looking forward to the decision 3 years from now. Suddenly, a branch snapped crisply underfoot behind him. Su-han quickly turned around and stuffed the jade pendant into his chest. "Miss, it's getting late. Aren't you going to bed?" Red Shoulder gazed at the starry sky and spoke softly. "Since I was little, this is the first time I've left home, and I'm having a bit of trouble falling asleep." And under the sculpting of the moonlight, the red peaks now appear even more enchanting and captivating. Beside him, Su Hanjing was so captivated that she lost herself in a daze. Out of the blue, Han Jian suddenly spoke up. Am I really that attractive? Su Han's remark left her blushing with shyness. Miss, coming here in the dead of night can't just be to show off your beauty, can it? Sure, why not? It happens. Another mental assault nearly made Su Han surrender. Seeing Su Han's deflated look, I couldn't help but snort. Xianji suddenly changed his tone. What do you think, can they hold off the agents of the Eternal Night Syndicate? And Su Han, however, tossed the problem over to Hong Jian. Tong Tai Xian might be arrogant, but his cultivation level with the San Yuan mirror is truly exceptional. No expert can get the better of him. Su Han, following the steps down, inscribed. The exquisite tower behind you. With a super brain that's about to reflect on the Immortal's mirror, when looking across the entire martial world, it's clear, offending such a power, there's only one place for that. Her bright, sharp eyes lit up as she quickly pressed. Who? Shivering with a chill. Emphasize it with a sharp tone. Senator Luo. Meanwhile, in the dense forest not far away, a large group of masked individuals has rapidly gathered and is swiftly advancing towards this location.